Hello guys, X here. We reached 5,000 subscribers today, so as a thank you I thought I'd share my Warden guide on how I deal with Peacekeepers. This will be an advanced guide as I will assume you're already familiar with the basic moveset of the Warden. But firstly, let's start with learning the level 3 shoulder bash and the options that it gives you. To guarantee a top heavy from a level 3 charged shoulder bash, hold the shoulder bash button until you see your character launch forward. Then press the top heavy input just before or at the same time as your shoulder connects with your opponent. It's important to know the range of your level 3 shoulder bash, because if you're too far away, even if your shoulder bash grazes your opponent, you won't be able to do any damage. To do a level 3 shoulder bash guard break, hold the shoulder bash button and press it again as soon as you launch forward. This will let you guard break enemies that try to dodge your level 3 shoulder bash, as the distance of the guard break and the level 3 shoulder bash is the same. It's important to practice these techniques along with feinting a level 3 charged shoulder bash, as good players will heavily punish you for missing. Now, in order to counter a PK, it's important to know what their strengths are. Their zone attack is the fastest attack in the game, and their second light attack is the fastest light attack in the game. It takes a lot of effort to try to parry or even block these attacks, so I found the most effective way to deal with this is to stop them attacking in the first place, since not everyone can consistently parry a double indicator zone spamming attack feinting Peacekeeper. To stop them from doing the PK shenanigans mentioned above, it's important that you have good spacing as the Warden outranges the Peacekeeper. There are 4 ways that I have found to be most effective at dealing damage to Peacekeepers, as well as forcing them to stay at safe distance. Using these 4 attacks at the right time is what decides the matches for me. The first thing is our top light attack. The good thing about this is that it's fast and has decent range, which makes it a great tool for intercepting Peacekeepers that dodge into your face. It's important to know that if you successfully land a top light, none of their fast attacks, including the zone attack, can interrupt your level 3 charged shoulder bash, which means a guaranteed top heavy. Don't be too predictable with this though, as it can be easily parried. This brings us to the second attack, which is my favourite, the raw top heavy. This works best against Peacekeepers that are consistent at parrying your top light attack. If you feel that your next light attack is going to get parried, doing a top heavy instead will be the most satisfying thing you do as a Warden. However, sometimes it's best to just feint a top heavy and just block instead. The third way I deal damage is with the zone attack. The Warden zone attack is one of the best ranged zone attacks in the game. It's also the most punishable, since if it gets blocked, the opponent gets a guaranteed guard break, so use this only occasionally. This is best used instead of a top heavy or a top light to keep the Peacekeeper guessing. Our fourth and best tool is the shoulder bash. I've met some tournament players such as Stone at here that are so good with guessing and punishing any attack I throw out that my only option is using the shoulder bash. This is because if used correctly, the shoulder bash is the best option out of the 3 other attacks in terms of risk and reward. Practicing this will allow you to make the judgment to go through with the fully charged shoulder bash for a guaranteed top heavy, or if they try to dodge it, you'll be able to turn the shoulder bash into a long-ranged guard break. Even if the guard break misses, whiffing the guard break can be good to baiting opponents to whiff their guard break themselves. It's important to keep your distance when using shoulder bash so that you don't get guard broken while trying to perform it. However, it's worth to note that once you charge your super armor on the shoulder bash, it will become immune to guard breaks. Another thing to note is that if you want to cancel your shoulder bash, using a guard break rather than the feint button lets you cancel the shoulder bash later than you would be able to with a feint. It's also worth to note that fighting against Peacekeepers will most likely give you revenge at some point. As long as you stay locked on to your opponent, your revenge will never go, even if they or you don't attack. Just the threat of being able to pop revenge at any point will make Peacekeepers a little more hesitant to attack you. So sometimes it's best to save revenge and not pop it immediately as you get it. Being unpredictable and combining these attacks will give you enough tools to beat most Peacekeepers. If you're able to mix it up by parrying and suddenly switching to a defensive playstyle on top of this, then you'll become a legendary Peacekeeper killer that even the Raider will be jealous of. I'll leave the video with some more Peacekeeper fights to demonstrate how the fort attacks are used in a real fight. I hope this helps guys, and thanks for listening.
Round 2.